let's move to the next point to understand when such a technique is fruitful to use, right? So let's consider this specific use case where we have to write a query to produce this kind of output. And if you look at the design, this is a very simple design where what I'm trying to convey here is there is a client who is looking at the dashboard with this predefined loaded information, and this information is basically coming from a service, and that service talks to the database. It sends the necessary uh, details which it is looking for, and database basically execute that query, prepare the output and sends back to the service basically transform that output, and finally it sends that to the client, and clients render that information. But here our interest is to know what kind of execution database query is doing. That is first. Second, uh, which is our area of interest, where if we have to analyze that query performance or query execution, right, how it executes that query, how much cost it takes to execute one of the single statement, and if we have a, a largely complex query, then how that estimation will be evaluated. So our end area of interest in this specific session would be to explore that part, right? So to summarize, we'll be writing a query to produce the output some which will give the output something like this, and we will try to understand multiple ways to execute the explain statement for that specific query.